666 Fifth Avenue. Let's talk about it. Because it's highly relevant to the Hakeem Jeffries-Jared Kushner relationship that I talked about yesterday. Not because Hakeem Jeffries is again implicated. He gets a pass this time, although his video today was pathetic. You really expect us to believe that you met with your longtime friend and special envoy to the Board of Peace about affordability? Yeah, I'm sure. The building itself opened in 1957, and the owners embraced the name, as was popular at the time, and they put 666 in bright red letters right at the top. And they built a club or lounge at the top that was unironically called Top of the Sixes. And this place hosted the elite of New York high life. Baseball star Dave Winfield, Merv Griffin, and the real Wolf of Wall Street, Jordan Belfort. In 1996, the club closes, and Stan Schuster joins up with his buddy Arnold Schwarzenegger to open up a cigar lounge, the Grand Havana Room, and it becomes an instant hit among the city's elite. So much so, they open one in Beverly Hills too, still there, and we'll get to that in a minute. Now fast forward to 2007. A very young Jared Kushner buys the entire building for $1.8 billion and becomes the club's landlord. A terrible deal, by the way, as the market crashes the next year, but he still holds on to the property for a long time. And when he buys it is when the real parties begin. From 2008 to 2020, Rudy Giuliani used it as his informal workspace. In 2009, future New York City Mayor Eric Adams held political fundraisers there, along with the likes of George Pataki and Elliot Spitzer. Real winners so far. In October 2013, Charlie Rangel hosts Al Sharpton's birthday party there, his 59th. And then we get to 2016, and a guy named Paul Manafort steps onto the scene. And he and Rick Gates meet with a Russian-linked operative there, Konstantin Kilimnik, to share polling data. All in the Mueller report, by the way. It's a good read. You should try it. Oh, and just in case there's any MAGAs here, definitely not a hoax. And then there's this guy that's been in the news a lot lately that you may recognize, Peter Thiel. He held a humidor locker at the club from 2016 to 2020. And then in 2018, this of course culminates in the Russia investigation. And it just so happens that Jared Kushner sold that building that very same year. Brookfield Asset Management, shockingly, gave him the same amount he paid for it for a 99-year lease. And in 2020, they closed the club and renamed the building to 660 because, well, you know. I made this video to show you, one, more of Kushner's influence, and two, more of this dark secret world, elusive secret world. And the truth is that everyone I just mentioned knows more than they've said already. I'd love to talk to Arnold about how Jared was as a landlord, for instance, or to all the Hollywood celebs that frequent the Beverly Hills location. The two founding members were, shockingly, Jack Nicholson and Robert De Niro. They welcomed people like Mel Gibson. I'm sure he had some good stories. And what do you know, Peter Thiel has a humidor at that location too. So Joe Pesci and Andy Garcia, two other frequenters of the club. What do you know? The reckoning is here. No more secrets. It all comes to the surface.